Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. Tonight, we are continuing, because I think it was so fun last time, at least for me. I don't know for the players, but at least for me, we're going to continue with the Keith Brothers Legend of Sky Raiders. This adventure was made in 1981 by FASA on a license from Traveller, and is a classic written by J. Andrew and William H. Keith. They do the maps, the illustrations, everything. Legend of Sky Raiders. There's actually 3 in the trilogy, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get. And I will introduce the players and then catch you guys up to see where we're at. So first we have BJ.
Hello, we're each playing 2 characters. I am playing, where did my character sheets go? Oh, there they are. First one is Linus Barrows. He is an he's a retired Marine sergeant. And the other one is Diwali. He is from a human offshoot, from a planet where they kind of live in the trees and have some sort of like almost kind of cat-like features. They're not really like Oslan, but they have claws and tufted ears and are very good at like sneaking around and doing things in the forest.
I guess kind of like shifters, but not even as furry. I didn't get that impression, but
yeah,
shifters from Eberron. So uplift, so genetically modified Homo sapiens of some sort. Yep, that are native to this subsector. We're in the jungle Blut subsector of the far reaches. Is that right? Far frontiers sector, which is extra imperial, actually. Before I explain all that, our other player is Amy.
Hello. I play Katie.
You're echoing. I fixed it. Okay.
I play Katie, and she is a CPO retired, and she basically has been at this for a long time. She's, I think, probably one of the older ones in the group. She does admin and piloting and electronics, but she likes to shoot things up, and she knows how to fix them up medically too. And Triana, who's an ex-scout, and she also can pilot and drive, and she's basically stealthy and a jack of all trades.
Yep. So, like I mentioned, and interestingly, there's a lot of in the early days of Traveller, right? It wasn't the original 1977 classic Traveller was not tied to a setting, and then the revision kind of added things about the Imperium. But the FASA products, they decided to go extra imperial, so they are spinward. So if you're looking at a flat map of our nearby galaxy regions, spinward is to like the left. So they are spinward of the spinward marches, which is the frontier of the Imperium in the official Traveller universe. And there are far frontiers is one sector or 2 sectors over. There's 4 even sector, which is actually a sector that they really, I think there's only like 2 or 3 systems that are canon. Everything else was supposed to be what the players GM came up with. And then Far Frontiers was given over to FASA, and they developed this. So saying that, I think you guys are both, you all are all ex-Imperial, like you're ex-Imperial, you're expats, right? That kind of migrated. Is that the idea, other than Diwali?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so what's interesting is you probably have just heard word that there is now an, I don't know what that noise is in the background. All right, I fixed it. I don't know why you keep popping on, Amy, but you guys have recently heard, because it kind of just started, the nominal date for this adventure that the Keith brothers provided was 3/4/5/1107, and what started recently is the Fifth Frontier War. So the and you would have, despite the fact there's no like subspace radio like in Star Trek or in Star Wars. So basically, the news goes at the speed of messaging travel. So, but that would have happened in early, not early, but like mid 1107. So you would have heard of it. That's already happened. That there was an attack on some planets on the frontier, but in the Spinward Marches. So it's kind of still removed, although I will say that in the Far Frontiers sector towards Spinward, which is like north if you're looking at a flat map, Spinward is the Jordani consulate. So the Jordani do have some influence. So depending on how much we get into it or how much we play, you never know when Jordani ship might kind of be looking for Imperial expats or something. And I will prompt me. So as you can see here in the Jungle Blue subsector, there are several polities. I guess that's what's the cool thing about kind of being extra Imperial is not everything is Imperium, right? There's a League of the Suns. There's a domain of Almzar, the Trellin domain, the Descarona hegemony, and these are all like nominally they've been Imperial client states. They trade with the Imperium, right? But and then we're actually on Missin, which on this map is 2134. Mirayn. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mirayn. I'll say it's Mirayn. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, that's kind of the premise for where they're at, and they're kind of like, I wouldn't say, I don't know if down and out is the right word, but kind of like, man, we're kind of running out of money. And then they hear that there's a job which this person, Lorraine Masandi, said she's going to take an expedition into the jungle. So I might as well take you over to what that means. And we found ourselves in the city of Valpressor here on the coast. And the player characters did a lot of shopping last time as they got the job from Lorraine. I think they told the scout dude that she had, I don't know if hired, this guy here, Jen Kelso, she'd hired or was going to outfit the expedition. And when Katie, Chief Petty Officer, retired from the Imperial Navy, went over and audited the list, it was like too exorbitant. They had a budget, and she cut it down. However, Barrows, being ex-military and also ex-military Imperial Space Marine, these are the dudes that probably jump from space and drop pods and all that kind of stuff, a la Starship Troopers. They're infamous, notorious, famous, depending on your point of view. So he went to the militia base and made some friends, and I thought that went pretty well. So while Caddy was auditing the supplies and renegotiating, kicked Kelso out, rehired new people, rented the hovercraft at a discount, Barrows was acquiring specialty equipment. Is that correct, BJ?
Yeah. Weapons and armor.
Weapons and armor, right.
I'm pulling it up now so that our viewers can see everything that we got.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so then Lorraine sprung on you that two of her old classmates were joining in the expedition. You did hire this guy, Harmon Jail, an ex sailor from the militia. So they kind of have like a naval patrol. They use a lot of hover boats because it's swampy and it's like a riverine delta, swampy type of terrain, jungle terrain. So this guy Harmon Jail, you guys hired him to be a hoverboat pilot. But then suddenly with two more non-combatants, more or less, being added to the group, I'll introduce them. This is a Drew Opkensing. Oops, show him. Drew Opkensing, totally noble. The young second son from a prominent Alzeni Knights family. Opkensing is a former classmate of Lorraine's. He brought his own flak. He's not going to wear this. Don't worry. This is like a stock photo of him, when he graduated and was posing for pictures with mom and dad. But apparently he's bringing a rifle. He has some ability to shoot, potentially. And he has his own armor. He has a flak jacket. It's probably kind of bright blue. And then we have our other friend, Talia Mackenzie, here. She's another of Lorraine's schoolmates. Talia is a doctor with interest in xenobiology. She has accompanied the expedition as Lorraine's friend and in an effort to gather material for a paper she is writing, and she keeps talking to you guys about it. It will be called Xenobiological Adaptation to Alien Ecosystems. She's competent as a doctor, but is afraid of guns. All right. So you were also learned at the militia base that there was a scout, an old guide, maybe a burnout, maybe on drugs or whatever, maybe a bum, but he knew things about the jungle and the militia, people at the militia, including Harmon, who was going to, check over, make sure that the, kind of move to here where the hovercraft were, and make sure everything's set. You guys have 2 hovercraft, a passenger cargo hovercraft and a scout craft, I believe.
Yes.
So like if you look at the equipment, it's like the big one and the little one, not the square one. The one that's kind of,
This one?
has the one on the left and the one on the bottom.
That one.
Yep. They really don't need, it didn't seem like they had 3 tons of cargo, really, and then there are not as many passengers. There's going to be a whole, a bunch of cooks and servants, I guess. Maybe Opkensing he doesn't seem to complain that much, which might be surprising. He's like, oh, whatever Lorraine wants, it's fine. And the idea is going to be to travel along the river basin through the swamps towards the area where Lorraine's father has apparently, I guess he got lost in the jungle, but Jonathan Masadi, he went, although he did write a book. Oh, what was that? I'm going to let you guys know. Okay. All right. I was going to show you guys this here. This is an excerpt. So he wrote a book about the gods of Mirayn. These are the local sophonts. Show them. They look like this. There's several. Yeah, it looks like they're hexapodal, Stone Age type culture. They are prevalent in Valpressar. But here is an excerpt from the book, which you guys have in your possession. A Hoard of the Sky Raiders. Here's an excerpt from the book. And it kind of has this. Here's a quote from it, the excerpt. So traditional archaeological opinions insist that the gods of Mirayn have never enjoyed a tech level more than 2 or 3 in all of their history. If this is so, what is the meaning behind this bas relief discovered in the hills behind Valpressar? Right, this is probably very much inspired by Chair to the Gods, Von Daniken's Chair to the Gods. Right? So why is that enigmatic starship shape rising above the figure's upper right hand? Why is the sun symbol on the upper right hand when the inhabitants of Mirayn's swamps and bogs never see the sun? There's a haze over the swamps and bogs. And could that possibly be an auto rifle of some kind in the extreme right? But the figure is clothed in some kind of coverall garment, a spacesuit, and is wearing what can only be a space helmet, complete with antenna. He is shown trampling fallen enemies under his modern-looking space boots, when everyone knows that the gods of Mirayn today are peaceful and shy. So you would also task Katie, Hal, or Harmon Jail to go find a couple of his buddies or someone to hire as extra hands, another driver or a backup driver, and some guards just in case.
Right.
So I
And
guess that so
we
he's
gave,
gone.
we gave Harmon the extra money already.
So he's gone to do that. So those guys will get introduced at some point. And then you guys were going to try to find this guy, Lyndon Green,
Yes.
this old bum, apparently, hangs out by the docks. So I guess that's the idea to do. I'm not going to have you roll for luck because you guys didn't use any of it last time. So might as well keep the 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is
Okay.
that fair, BJ?
Sounds good.
See, because that's pretty good, right? 16 out of 24. It's not so bad, right? 4 of you.
Right.
Oh, you also got a drone.
Yes.
Cute.
And we bought everything we need: wood kits, crafting kits, electronics, med kits, you name it, we've got it.
Yeah, so there's also, I added some stuff also. There's a portable computer that's on there. It's item number 5 on the gear handout notes here. And also there's 3 short-range communicators, an inertial locator, a metal detector designed for use in the field, and or was that a Geiger counter? Oh, metal detector and a Geiger counter, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be a Geiger counter on there as well, I think. Yes, there should be a Geiger counter on there as well. So you have a Geiger counter, a metal detector, inertial locator, miscellaneous archaeological gear. So, shovels, etc., picks, shovels, whips. Maybe you have a whip. That's an important archaeological item, right?
And a hat.
And a hat. Yeah.
And some snakes. We're good.
He gets to wear the hat. All right. Okay. So I guess if you guys want to look for this dude.
Lyndon?
Yeah. So you could use, I would say you could use Streetwise or carousing. Like Streetwise, just asking different types of people,
Well, that eliminates Katie. Let's see about Triana.
Well, jack of all trades.
That's Triana.
Yeah, jack of all trades, you can do anything, and depending on your level. So normally, if you don't have the skill, it's -3 to the roll. But if you have jack of all trades, each level of jack of all trades mitigates the -3.
Okay. So roll
if you
jack of all trades, unless.
You say it would either be, would you say carousing or what?
carousing or streetwise.
Yeah, I don't have either of those.
And then jack of all trades it is. And then my modifier is -2 then, instead of -3.
But what's your, I think you have jack of all trades too, right?
I don't know. Just says jack of all trades.
I want to see what it looks like.
Possibly 1, I think.
Yeah, it looks like you have jack of all trades 1. So I wonder how it does, I guess. Yeah, that would just give you a +1. So I think you'd roll. Yeah, you could roll streetwise. Well, you could roll streetwise, but instead of a -3, it'd be a -2 instead of a -3. So you just add +1. She
does not have streetwise. I can't roll it.
Oh, yeah, you can just click. If you click on it, it'll come up. And then you can roll it, and then it'll ask for a prompt. Oh, you have a bonus with intellect already, so that's good. So don't click. So then add another +1 for the jack of all trades.
So am I rolling jack of all trades or streetwise?
Roll streetwise, and then add a +1 from your jack of all trades.
Okay. So modifier 1.
Yeah.
7?
Would you like to use a point of luck?
I guess.
The 8 is always a success.
Is that okay, BJ?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing in this game, so.
Yeah, it's 2d6. You want to hit an 8 usually, unless I say the difficulty. That's like your average difficulty.
She got a 4 on each die.
Yep. But then -2 +1. But with intellect, it should have been, I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
Well, on here it says
Oh, yeah, that's
2d6 plus 2 plus 1 equaling the modifier, and it got 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1.
plus -2. So it's 4. It's 8 minus 2 plus
there's
1.
a little minus there. I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, minus
Yep.
2.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, it
just-
came out to 7.
So yeah, 8 is what you usually need. So we'll use a point of luck. And all right, so you're able to track him down.
I'm assuming.
Do any of your characters have recon?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
I'm looking for it.
Let me find my.
Katie does not.
All right.
Triana does not. Recon's all on you over there, BJ.
Well, okay.
Well, he made it. He
Yeah, you got an 8. See, my goal is to, I don't have either. Nope. Okay.
So did we find him?
Yeah, you found him. I just.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll dice. Okay. You are. Make sure. You're being followed.
That's nothing new.
By the way.
Who's
Molly?
who's following us? What does it look like?
Who is following you?
Duwali, what do your Kenradas eyes see?
I mean, Triana has stealth, so she, I guess, doesn't know if anyone's following her. She just stealths around.
Right, well, they're just they're following at a distance. They definitely don't look like locals. You would guess they're off-worlders by their demeanor. I mean, clearly they're not Gogs, but they don't look like, they're not. The locals here, mostly dock workers, fishermen, probably.
Mm-hmm.
The way they're dressed suggests that they're, not. I guess they're wearing like spacers, kind of spacer gear, Like they don't all match, but it's very similar, If that makes sense.
Not like a like spacers, but maybe like travelers or
Yeah.
kind of a independent crew, not a military unit.
Yeah. I think Mirayn is a. I gotta have my handy dandy. I never, after all the years of playing Traveller, I've never memorized the UWPs. So I always got this handy dandy. This is my Mega Traveller GM screen, 3 screen, and it has the UWP.
It's the one thing that has stayed consistent from across all editions.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, from the very beginning. Yeah, so you can take, I know BJ made the comment last time. Man, these characters have no skills. Oh well, but because I think in the newer edition, that is something different. In the newer edition of Traveller, you guys would get more skills, and maybe we'll mitigate that. We'll see. But we'll see how this goes. But yeah. So the UPP, the universal profile, universal profile has stayed the same. It's just a code of the stats, and then the UWP, the universal world profile, has also stayed the same, which is pretty cool.
So would admin allow Katie to talk to them? Does that make her a talker, or what is admin?
Admin is like what you did, like the ability to go to look at laws and regulations and work your way through the bureaucracy, because it's a bureaucratic world. So Mirayn is the law level is 7. So,
You know, I don't know what you're talking about.
what do you mean? The law level?
I don't know why I need to know the law level. I'm just going to try and find somebody at the docks.
Yeah. So each world has a law level. So like the UWP has your starport, your size. So I just go over it for Amy and for maybe anyone else is new traveler. So I'll pull up some Mirayn. So this is Mirayn, right? And you see like in the description it says Mirayn Jungle Blood 0504. That's like the 0504 is where on in the subsector it's located. And then the that D989737-7 is the UWP. The G stands for like their trade, probably like Garden World because it's all jungle, I guess. Might have exotic, right? So D is a starport. That's a D, not a zero. It should be a D, right? But it probably copy pasted as a zero for some reason. That should be a D. Which I can't
It doesn't matter.
type.
So it says density 0.98.
Yeah, that's all like the specs and stuff for it. Right. So then the last number there before the dash is the law level, and 7 there's like a table here that I look at, and 7 indicates moderate law, no shotguns. So, but everything else below it is all right. So, which is interesting. So shotguns are, I guess, are 70s. No shotguns are below. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So you can't really. So they don't have any guns on them that I think. I believe, or nothing that Duali sees openly. Once you get onto the so the law level 7, so no weapons at all, maybe blades or ceremonial blades, whatever. Like I guess Barrows could be carrying his blade around, no worries. But when they told you when you get out into the sticks, it becomes law level 3, which is just no machine guns or automatic rifles. So I guess they kind of gave you automatic rifles, didn't they, BJ?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. We have auto pistols and assault rifles.
So usually, with a law level 3, you could have just semi-automatic weapons, personal concealable weapons, and some other firearms and shotguns, etc. But no machine guns or automatic rifles, no portable energy weapons, no body pistols, gas, etc. All right. Anyway, so these guys, you don't see anything on them.
Are they walking in on the docks or into a bar, or where are we?
They're just kind of watching you from a distance as you kind of track this guy down. And you find him. He's I'll show him. You find this guy, Lyndon Green. Oops. There.
Looks a little
Old
like
bum.
a Viking.
It's an old bum. He seems like he's had the ravages of jungle disease and long neglect. He's had some prosthetic work. Maybe had scarring or something, and he's put some prosthetic work that not the best. It's not concealed at all. And he kind of looks at you guys. He says, he kind of holds out a hand for like money. Goes, I'm not in my spot yet, but if you could help an old hand, I'd appreciate it. I've never recovered from the ravages of the jungle.
Well, I think Triana would grab his hand and shake it and say, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't have any money. But I could try to make getting information from you worthwhile. Perhaps we could share a meal. Would a meal help?"
Well, I can make it worth your while. I have a map and a notebook. describes the route I took in Professor Masandi's lost expedition. I was there. I was left behind at a native village far up the Nahahir River. I fell ill. See the scarring on my face. I tried to put plates there, but the off-world docks, they're not. They took my money. They didn't finish.
Is there any way Talia can take a look at him, since she's a doctor?
I'm with you guys. It's just you four.
Well, I mean, I'm very excited that you were part of that expedition. These are my friends.
Is anyone a medic or whatever?
I think Katie has some medicine. I have to look. She's a medic, yeah. So she is medic. Medic 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it says medic 1 plus DM 1, so total 2.
Yeah. Well, he definitely looks bedraggled. He smells of alcohol, and unkempt, unbathed. So
I think Katie would tell him, perhaps the first thing we should do is get you a fine bath and some clean clothes. That will do wonders for feeling much better. Is there a bathhouse around here?
yeah, you could find something.
Okay.
Like a hostel or something, or I don't know if you want to take him to an actual, I don't know. I don't know if a hostel. You could take him to a hostel and you can make sure that it's usually probably like a common bath or something, and get him cleaned up.
Yeah, does that?
If you want to take him to a hotel, that's going to be a challenge.
No, I mean, obviously Katie and Triana wouldn't be able to do that, but would Diwali or Barrows be willing to take him into the hostel and help get him clean?
Sure.
All right. What about the guys following you?
Well, while they take him over to get him clean, I'm assuming that Triana and Katie would walk up to the ones that are following him and say, I have noticed that you're following us. Is there something you need of us?
You want to do that before these guys leave, or these guys will leave and then?
Well, I'm assuming that they're walking away to have him cleaned up, and Katie and Triana are walking over to those guys.
Okay.
Because you said they're not doing a very good job of hiding from us.
Diwali spotted him. They're not doing a great job of hiding.
No.
All right. Okay. All right. So BJ, you're taking this guy.
Yeah.
He gives me $300. Just $300. 300 credits. 300 credits. Imperial. They have to be Imperial. 300 credits.
What do you need your credits for?
I mean, man's got to eat.
That's a very specific number. What's?
It's a great value. I mean, hey, if you pay 500, I'll take 500.
Oh, he wants 300 credits for the stuff he's got.
Yeah.
Why exactly is that worth it again?
He repeats the story, and he says, that I have a map and a notebook. It's hidden. It's not on me because people can take it. Like those people, he points as Triana and Katie go towards those guys.
You know those guys?
They're gonna try to book it, Amy.
I'm assuming
as you guys approach and call out to them, they try to detach themselves or slip around the corner type of thing.
I think they would try and grab them. I don't know what I have to roll to do that.
It's athletics, right?
I don't have athletics. So Katie doesn't have athletics. And Triana does not have athletics, so I guess we're not catching them.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it is athletics. Yeah. You can still roll it. It just said -3, or and based on your dex. But I have to. It's opposed. So I got to roll for them too, and they didn't look very spry, as it were.
I mean, can try.
Yep.
And I don't get a modifier, right? Or do I get a modifier?
Well, click on who you rolling for.
Katie. It says athletics characteristic is what? Dexterity?
You can use dex, or you could use dex, yeah, if that's your best.
And it says DM is 1. Best what? I don't have a best anything, Carl. I'm basically 1 in everything except for admin. I'm 2.
But anyway, that's actually not bad. Oh, athletics, you're pretty okay. So right now it's a -2. You could just roll it and see what happens. It's opposed.
Yeah, that didn't work.
All right. Well, you're catching up to them.
And then you want Triana to roll it too?
Yeah.
She's even worse.
Well, she adds 1.
No,
she got a 6. She will add.
She doesn't have +1.
But she has jack of all trades, so that adds 1 to everything.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So Katie. So I guess Fiona can catch up to them. Katie is on their heels still, and there's 2 of them in this case right now. But, right. You keep. What do you want? Trying to get caught up to them. Like I said, it's opposed.
Triana?
Yep.
Well, she'll be like, stop running immediately.
Are you going to try to grab them or something?
I can't. I don't know how I'm supposed to catch them. I can't catch them and grab them.
You're just catching up to them. And then to grab them, we'll just do an opposed strength. Just roll strength straight up.
I don't know how to do that.
Just click on strength.
No modifiers, right?
No. That's good. Oh, wow. Okay. You're able to... You don't have brawling, did you? Or unarmed combat? I think it's unarmed combat.
She has exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills. That's all she has. She doesn't have any of that. She doesn't have athletics. She doesn't have streetwise. You had me click on them, but she does not have them.
Okay. All right. So you grab them, and I mean the effect is pretty substantial. Because I only rolled. Yeah. I guess it's kind of funny. He's kind of a big dude, but I rolled a total of 5, maybe 6, but you still got him. So how does Triana stop him in his tracks or knock him down or trip him or something? I guess.
Is he wearing a jacket or something?
Yeah, he's wearing a jacket.
She probably just grabs him by the back of the jacket and pulls him back.
Okay. So he kind of spins around. You can see he has a revolver, which is illegal.
I'll be taking that.
All right. All right. Barrows and Diwali, you probably see that happen. You guys just kind of left or walked up down the street. BJ.
Yeah. Does he know those guys?
Who, your guy?
Yeah. Does he know? He pointed them out. So does he know who they are?
That's a good question.
Lyndon?
Yeah, Lyndon. Does Lyndon know who these guys are? He says, who is this guy? I gotta look up who this guy is, okay?
He's the big guy that was wearing a
He
jacket.
says, yeah, he says, call him on Stugs. Call him on Stugs. They're after the map too.
Do you know who Kalamon is?
You've heard of Kalamont Enterprises. It's a well-known company in the Far Frontier sector.
And he thinks they're after the map and a journal.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if it's in the standard library. Maybe we look at the library data for this. Sure. Yeah, it's in the library data. So roll me like routine education, and if you have anything pertinent to like broker would work, even admin would work, but I don't think Katie's with you guys.
Education.
Yeah, just straight education, just routine. The 6. Oh yeah, you know, so Kalaman Enterprise is headed by this guy named Iniri Kalamanaru. It sounds kind of Volani-ish. It's a mercantile firm based in the far frontiers. This guy was a free trader, and he had a small merchant vessel. Now they have a fleet of 15 ships of various sizes on several worlds. They're under close scrutiny of the League Tribunal, however, for smuggling and other suspicious activities. Where is my jungle blitz? The League of Suns. And in connection for the actually in the connection. So they are currently the subject of close scrutiny by the League Tribunal. That's the League of Suns, which is a polity that Mirayn is bordering with. Mirayn is like right outside of the League of Suns territory, I guess. And because of a connection with the disappearance of a FDI liner, the Lu'u Shagur, 6 years ago in 1101.
What
So pirate, privateer, businessman,
How many years
smuggler.
ago?
6 years ago. All right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys would know that. So the other guy's going to turn around, I guess, and square off with Katie while Triana's grabbed this guy. And I guess we should roll initiative.
No clue how to do that.
It's on your. So we're going to click on your character. We're going to open the thing. And you click on your character. And the initiative is on. I think it's under combat or prime.
you want all of us to roll initiative?
Yeah, you should. I think it's under the combat tab. No. Where's initiative?
It's under combat. You got goes armor and then initiative.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's right under armor, Amy, under initiative.
Oh, I don't see that. Oh, over here. Select character first. No modifiers, right?
Right. Triana.
I'm getting there. So I'm assuming lower is better.
No, higher is better.
Did we know they were going to go try to grab these guys?
Yeah, I saw him walking towards them, and they took off.
Okay.
And then Triana, I guess, was really quick and grabbed this guy and pulled him around. Like almost got ahead of him and pulled him around. And then the other guy, seeing that, and Katie was keeping up with them.
How do you transfer credits to people is it like Venmo here? I hold my device to your device.
It can be. I mean, this guy probably doesn't have a device, so it's both. It's like it can be electronic, or it can be like physical. It's probably for this guy it'd be physical. Like they're actually like slats, like plasticky slats.
Do I have any of those? amongst our?
I mean, most of it's probably electronic, but you probably have some cash.
Would I have 300 credits?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give him 300 of our 300 credits. Take the book and the map. Tell the proprietor of the establishment, get this man. How much to give this guy a shower and a bath and a shave and whatever the amenities are, and electronically pay that.
Well, I've deducted 300 from our credits remaining.
Okay.
We just need to know how many more it is for the bathing and perhaps an overnight stay for him to sleep it off.
Yeah.
I guess the proprietor says, "Well, normally we don't do that here, but if you're paying, I can find someone
How much?
for 100 credits."
Okay.
Okay. Deducted.
And then we'll wish him well and go back out to check on our friends.
All right. Okay.
You can't have a fight without the Marine.
Of course you can.
We were not intending to fight. They ran away.
All right. So that says, Duwali gonna run back then while Barrows does that?
Yeah.
All right. So give me like athletics or give me athletics or dex. Well, probably athletics. Yeah. Just roll athletics. It's fine. You're like sprinting over there. It would just be like a idea of how much time and your effect, right?
Yeah. He stumbles going out the door.
Oh.
So just out of curiosity, should Triana have been a 4 instead of 3? Because I didn't add 1 for Jack of all trades. Does that not apply to
Oh, that's
initiative?
interesting. Yeah, I guess she would be a 4 because technically it's tactics, right? Or no, tactics. No, not really.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I can. So like, Burroughs has tactics if he's there when we roll initiative, but we didn't.
Yeah. Oh, but actually, that's a good point though, because Triana has Jack of all trades, so technically she could roll tactics at a -2 and see if it gives her a bonus. So if you want to do that,
she doesn't have tactics, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Back to skills, tactics.
Yeah.
I have to click on it. Tactics.
Yeah. So it's at a +1 because you have Jack of all trades, but it's going to be based on. Is it based on intellect?
Intellect.
Or is that the default?
Intellect. Yeah, it's exactly the same. God,
Okay.
This system is very frustrating.
Why?
Whatever, go. Because it's frustrating. I have no skills that you're asking me about.
You can try any skill. It's just whether you have the training.
Yeah, but you only need an 8. It's fine. I mean, these guys aren't.
I'm not even close.
That's fine. All right. So, Duwali is probably going to take you like 2 rounds to get there with that roll. All right.
Okay.
Katie, what do you want to do?
Is she near anybody?
Yeah. So the way I imagine it, I don't have any tokens for these guys, but try to figure some out. All right. So they're not out in the ocean.
I have no idea what melee is in this game. If it's athletics, we're done for. She has nothing.
I thought I gave you guys fighting skills.
No. I mean, so far, this is the most unfun thing because I have nothing.
Oh, well.
I have gun combat.
You have gun combat.
So do I, but I can't shoot the gun that I have because it's illegal to have it. She has a vac suit that she does nothing with. Electronics. She doesn't have athletics. She has admin. She can pilot. She's a medic, and she has astrogation. She doesn't have anything. So she's not going to do anything.
Well, you grab the guy. We'll see.
No, she didn't. Triana did.
Oh, what does Katie have? I thought
You have
Katie
melee, Amy?
No.
Okay.
Katie has melee, I thought.
Nope.
You can still fight.
We'll see.
Oh, Okay.
I'll roll it. It's not going to work, but
Hold on,
whatever.
hold on.
She got a 6.
I was trying to find tokens to represent these guys.
It doesn't matter.
How do I not have bugs in my library? You can pause it if you want to. So I find this.
Paused. So what am
Okay.
I rolling?
Well, what do you want to do?
I can't grab him because
You can try to grab him. You can try to grab him. You can try to do anything. It just whether you
I
succeed
don't
or
even
not.
know where he is. The other one was
Right.
running, and Triana's holding him.
But you can't see. Am I on the wrong page?
No, I see him, but I have no idea where he is. Is he in front of me? Is he still
Yeah,
running away? Is he stopped?
No, he's turned around. He's turned around and stopped since Triana grabbed the guy, like opened his jacket or whatever, and saw that he has a revolver, and then this other guy's turned around to face you. And he probably says something like, "You don't know who you're messing with."
Can I hit him with the butt of my gun? I can't shoot it.
You can hit him with. You can pull out the butt of your gun and try to hit him.
Is that gun combat, or because I have a slug thrower and I have a total of 3 in that, but I can't shoot it. So what am I rolling?
You're rolling your melee,
which I don't have.
Well, just click on it, and then it'll probably be Dex or Strength, whatever's better, and see what happens.
My Strength's a 9. My Dex is a 9.
That's +2.
It doesn't come up +2. Okay. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Your gun goes flying. It's a critical failure. That's just double 1s. There've been double 6s. Have been good. All right, so you try to strike at him, kind of blocks it. Your gun goes flying, and then he probably yells, "Gun!" All right. Barrows. BJ.
He's gonna now, I guess, also take off once he's.
All right. So that's also athletics.
Is that strength, dexterity, or endurance?
I guess it could be either. It's like running, right? Be running specialty, but it could be endurance, dex, strength, just to push it because you're sprinting. All right. You also are gonna be there in 2 rounds. All right. Triana.
She doesn't really have any skills, so.
Well, she grabbed the guy and opened the guy's coat.
No, she pulled him by the coat and he spun around and she saw a revolver. She didn't open his coat.
Okay. Well, she can grab it or she can, I don't know what she wants to do.
Punch him.
Okay. It could also be melee.
With a +1.
Yeah.
She doesn't get anything from Dex, so. Yeah, ain't happening.
All right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to roll for them. Initiative.
Are the mechanics in this where all of the player characters go first and then they go, or do they get initiative too?
They get initiative, but I rolled a 5 for them. So they're going to go
before Triana.
Before Triana, but after everyone else.
We don't. Oh, yeah, there they are in the initiative. I see them now.
All right, we already went to the. All right, so Diwali, you're there. You're a round away.
Okay.
All right. And you see Katie's gun goes scattering.
Well, Katie's just going to go pick up her gun because she
Okay.
This fight is not
Right.
worth it to her.
The Duali, do you want to do anything? If you have like a ranged attack.
Not if we can't use guns.
Not allowed to use guns here, Carl. Otherwise, Katie would have shot the guy.
Yeah, I guess he has melee, right? Duali does.
Yeah. If you can get up to him.
Okay, so Katie's gonna go reach for her. Gonna go pick up her gun.
She's just gonna go get her gun.
Okay.
There's nothing else she can do.
Okay, this guy's gonna pull a blade and try to stab her.
I'm sure he will. Because she has no way to defend herself.
Yeah, I don't think does she have armor yet? Not really.
Yeah, we. I don't know. Did we gear up? I assume we geared up.
You probably geared up.
So yeah, +5. Flak jacket's +5.
So you have 5 armor.
Mhm.
Oh, you can dodge, right?
Yeah, you can.
She doesn't have that skill.
No, it's like anyone can dodge as a reaction.
With what? Athletics that she doesn't have?
No, you just say you dodge and you subtract
I think your dexterity. They subtract your dexterity from their
attack.
Their attack.
My dex is 9. It says +1 modifier.
So you subtract 1 from their attack. Okay,
It's not going to matter.
it might matter.
I doubt it. Hasn't so far.
All right. Well, if you're going to dodge, subtract from him. It's not more, is it? But I can't remember if it is. I thought it was like more than that. Minor, miscellaneous, extended reactions. Okay, there you go. Dodging. Okay, yep. So it's your dex, DM, or athletics, whichever is higher. So it's -1.
My
All right, cool.
dex or what?
Your dex DM is 1. So all right, so it cancels out as a skill. Oh, he his blade also goes flying.
He had a gun. He didn't take out his gun?
No, this guy here pulled out a knife. This is the guy with the gun. He hasn't gone yet. He's gonna pull out his gun.
If she's dodging, her dex modifier is 0.
Luciana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she doesn't. There's no point in dodging. Oh, you can dodge range.
She's holding him, so I don't know how he could get his gun out, but whatever.
All right. Well, he's going to try to pull his gun out, but you can try to prevent him from doing that if you wish.
I don't know how.
And it'll be just say you're trying to do it. I'll just treat it as a parry. It's a reaction, and in this way, you'll put basically your jack of all trades will put a -1 to his attacker. Do you have like a dex bonus?
I already told you I do not.
All right.
I have -1 to strength, +1 to intelligence, 0 for dexterity, -1 to education, 1 to endurance, and 0 to social. She's not a very good character, so no.
Okay. Well, you prevent him from pulling his gun out because I haven't made any successes either. All right. Oh, Barrows actually got closer. Did you want to do any ranged?
No.
Okay. All right, so that's when they go. So Triana, it's your turn.
She can't really do anything. She's just holding him.
You can try to grab the gun from him.
With what? Melee?
Yeah, it'd be melee or knock it out of his hand. You prevented him from pulling out. It's like basically you tried to pull the gun out. You prevented him from, you know.
Well, either one is melee or is this athletics? Because she doesn't have either of these. Keep that in mind. So
Probably melee's might be your best bet.
and they're both a -3.
Dex or yeah, sure. Endurance has got a bonus, but yeah. So
So
he's got a +1 because of Jack of all trades. All right. That is actually a success.
then I would think she would clearly smack him in the face with her fist. But I have no idea how to do damage.
So you don't want to grab the gun. I thought that's what you're doing. That's fine if you want to punch him.
I don't think she can.
Well, he tried to grab the gun, and you kind of wrestling with him. That's what the.
She's holding his jacket.
Oh, gotcha. So then she's gonna punch him in the face. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're doing. You're like preventing him from getting his gun out because you're pulling you're holding it with his jacket, like kind of tangling it up. Got it.
Punch him in the face.
Okay.
How do I do damage?
I think it's just. Is it just a D6?
Mm.
I don't remember honestly.
If I go to combat,
Mm-hmm.
she's got a 0G laser carbine, which she isn't using, and I don't see anything for melee like punching, so I don't know.
All right, I'll look it up real quick.
Blade is 2D, so I'm sure it's gonna be like 1D. You guys all shoot things.
I'm not allowed to shoot here.
And blow things up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Minor
1d6.
attacks.
Unarmed. There it is. It's 1D6, yeah.
So if I have to get an 8, she got a 1, whopping 1. So just about as
That's
well
okay.
as everything else.
I don't think they have any armor.
It's his face. He wasn't wearing anything that I know of, unless he was wearing glasses.
They don't have any armor. All right. All right. Okay, Duwali.
He can get up there now?
Yep.
And this guy has pulled a knife?
This guy pulled a knife, yeah.
But he
pulled a knife.
He
He pulled a knife, but like in the fight, in the ensuing like fighting, Katie knocked it out of his hand when she was dodging or whatever, or he overextended it. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's say either 1 to 3 he dropped it, 4 to 6 he kind of overextended and fell.
Okay.
Like he's prone.
Okay. Well, does that change anything on? Do I get a bonus to the attack then?
Yeah, I think you would get
melee with him.
Yeah, I think you get
He's
a
prone.
bonus. You know what? I think it's going to be like a boon. That's the
Okay.
easiest thing to do, right?
Okay, let me.
What's
Be a
a
boon. You roll 2d6 and take the best, or you roll 3d6
Is
and
it
take
like
the 2 best.
advantage and disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. Did it roll? There we go.
So that's a hit. Yep. So 7 points of damage. Ouch.
With the claws with my
Ow. That hurt.
rake him with the claws.
You rake him like foot claws or
Hand claws.
hand claws.
I'm like Sabretooth.
Yeah.
I don't think you want that guy's stuff in your mouth. Use your claws.
All right. So he's like prone on the ground. He overextended himself. Maybe something like this. You guys are like.
Okay.
You dodged out of the way, and he went like. You like ninja dodged. Katie ninja dodged, and he slips and falls. And then Dwally rakes him across the back as he's trying to get up. It's like, oh. All right, Katie. You can, if you want to kick him, same thing. It's a boon. Roll 3d6, take the best. 2.
Amy, if you look at the very top of the character sheet on settings, you've got Boon, Normal, Bane. You can toggle back and forth to do that. So
Boon, and then roll what? Melee again?
yep.
Any modifiers? No, right?
Yeah, just the boon. Yeah. Well, you have a +1 because of your strength or dex, either one, whatever you use. You have a +1 on both of those.
Nope.
There you go.
Would
Nope.
you? Well,
You can use a luck point
you
to
can use a luck
make
point.
it a success.
Okay.
Okay. So use a luck. So you then roll d6 +3. Right. I'm assuming you're kicking him, right?
Yeah.
So 4
7.
points. Yep.
Well, that's
Oh, nice.
the D6. You said +3, so 7.
Oh, nice. Okay. Right, he is out. Oops.
Not according to that.
Well, I know -3. I just took the 4 off. But let's put the X on him. Yeah, you knock him out. Okay. That was Katie. Barrows. You'll make it there this round.
Okay.
She's still holding him, by the way.
Yeah, she's holding him.
Oh. All right. Then we'll just do melee.
And she like smacked him up across the face with her.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna plow into him, and punch him. Let's see.
Okay.
Skills.
I don't know if that gives him a deficit because I'm holding him. Probably
Yeah,
not.
if you're-
but-
Does that do a boon also?
Yeah, I'll give it a boon.
Okay. Boon.
Like advantage, like a grapple. I say that. Oh,
Ouch. So that's going to be a plus.
are you just punching him?
Yeah. So it's going to be a D6
D6 +3.
+3.
I gave Amy the +3 because Amy just like kicked him, right? Like a boot.
Mhm.
But you're punching him 5.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Why are you following us?
Because you'll be sorry.
Oh, if he says that, I'll hit him again.
Well, he's gonna try to.
Okay.
He's gonna try to hit you. Okay. Do you want to dodge or anything?
Is he at a deficit because I'm holding him?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll like with a. Yeah. Yeah. What does he try to? If he tries to break out, I never try to predict these guys' Doug's tactics. They're not the brightest. No, he's gonna. He's not gonna try to break out. He's gonna try to. Yeah, he's gonna. So I'm gonna give him. Are you gonna dodge, Barrows? Or no?
Yeah.
So what's that -2? What's that minus?
That is going to be a. Oh, I don't have a dex bonus.
Okay, so no. Oh,
I can try to. Well, no, I don't. Can I try to parry? With
yeah, you
the
can
melee
parry.
skill?
You can parry. Yep.
So that will be a plus. That'll be a 2.
All right, so -2 for him. All right, so it ends up being a net of -1 with the bane because he's being held. Oh no, 9. Right. Okay. 5 and 4, 9 -1, 8. So that takes a hit.
Okay.
Or 4 points of damage.
That doesn't even get through my flak jacket.
Yeah, he's like punches
Ow,
you.
my hand!
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Hey, that's the same sound your mom made last night.
Triana.
Just to try and punch him again. And that was. I have to go back over here, right? Skills to melee.
Yeah. And you roll with an extra dice too.
Well, I'm looking for her. It's dexterity, so that's the +1 for jack of all trades. And then what else am I doing?
A boon.
Oh, I have to click that up here. No, of course not.
No. Sorry.
It only keeps going from bad to worse.
Ah, you did hit him. You did slap him
No,
or
I
scratch
didn't.
him.
I didn't hit him. I got a 1
The
and
last
a 2.
round. All right, Diwali. The last round you hit him. And you got him tied up, which is
Oh,
kind of
is
cool.
this guy down for the count?
Oh, yeah.
I did 1 point of damage, Carl.
Oh, well, I'll run over here and kick this guy then.
Okay.
We'll just like curb stomp him.
He's standing upright though. I'm holding him.
You got a boon.
You can knee him in the groin.
He's gonna
Let's see.
try to dodge, but
Okay.
he's at a minus. Yep. So -1. Oh. Okay.
So 11.
See, when you have characters with skills, Carl, they do better.
Let's see. So is that a +2?
When Triana starts lighting things up with their laser,
She
I wanna
can't
hear this.
use it. She can't use it here.
not here. Is it +2? Wait. D6.
There should have been a +4. I'm sorry.
So you did 8.
And I got an 11. It should have been as an 11 because I didn't take the -1 off of it.
All right, so it's +3.
Okay, so 5 points to him.
5 points.
Just run up and just kick him. Yeah, just kick him right in the stomach.
All right. Okay. Katie, I don't know if you're just gonna grab this guy's stuff. He's got a revolver also and a blade.
She's gonna take the blade and the guns. I mean, she can't do anything else. So
Cred stick,
what?
like a thumb drive that probably has credits on it,
Oh, okay. So
and
she
probably like a personal computer.
she got a blade, a gun. Oh, what?
A cred stick. So you don't know how many.
Credit?
You don't know how many. Yeah, credit stick,
Okay.
and it probably has a hand computer. They didn't even get a chance to like really use them. I'm even saying, boss, we're getting her ass kicked.
She does have electronics. Maybe she could see what's on it.
Yep.
Can she
For
roll
sure.
that or no?
Let me see. Probably not this round.
Probably
She might
not
grab-
worth it. She only has a 1, so never mind.
You only need an 8. You guys got 14 luck. That's what the luck is for. Okay. Barrows.
Is that guy still there? Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should still be a
Oh.
boon.
Well. Yeah. Alright. He should go down, I'm sure. That's a
+1.
No, it's +2. 8. You only need 8. Yep. He goes down.
Triana will take his gun. Does he also have the rest of the stuff too?
Yeah, he has a gun, a blade, and he doesn't look like he has like the personal computer, like the communication device. Well, I guess he would have a communication device also, and like his money. Their ID and stuff is on them too. If you want to take that.
Is
And-
there a way we can take these two to the authorities? Because I'm assuming maybe there's a bounty out for them if they're wanted.
Yeah, if you want to take them to the authorities, you could do that.
I'm
So
assuming if Barrows and Diwali will hold those two, then Katie will go get a police officer. Or whatever we're calling them.
Or do you want to like just take them to the base or the government
Yeah.
house or the nearest? Take them all together to the nearest precinct.
We have like noble people in our party, right?
Oh, you have a noble that's gonna be with you guys. So you're a
He's
sanctioned
not with us
expedition.
right now.
No, but you're a sanctioned expedition. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a known thing. Yeah, these guys tried to mug you, and you can turn them in.
They didn't try to mug us. It's just they have weapons they're not allowed to have, and they got physical. So.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that if they're wanted for that, what is it, PDI line or disappearance, then that could be credits to us.
Well, that guy's company is wanted. Who knows if these guys participated? Who knows? But they might be, ne'er do wells with a rap sheet. So, all right. So you take them to the authorities.
As we're heading to the authorities, can I try to look at the computer thing to see if there's anything on it?
Yep. Give me electronics.
I have to take the things off that we clicked. Okay, so electronics.
And remember, you guys have luck. 14 luck.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Would you like to use 2 luck to open it?
I don't think it's worth it.
Are you sure?
We won't burn through that much luck in one session.
You'd be surprised. Apparently, I'm gonna have to. I can't roll an 8 for my life. I've been successful once.
It's okay.
Just
roll with it. So do you want to use luck or not?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. So you turn them into the authorities. Do you like turning over all their items, or
no?
Or keep them, or
I'm gonna keep that. Just them.
Okay. What about their ID? And I guess you give them their ID.
They can have their IDs, but they can't have the credit sticks, the computer, the blade, or the gun.
Okay. They complain about it.
Then you shouldn't have attacked us.
So someone give me a carousing or admin or advocate.
Katie actually has admin. That might help. Hang on, I have to make sure I can put it back to normal.
Does anyone have
See, she can't even make it when she has a +3.
Roll with the boon though, because these are like the authorities, so you guys are friends with them. So roll another d6. If you get a better than a 2, it'll be a success. Well,
of course not.
Spend the luck. Spend the luck.
Spend the luck. 1 point.
Fine.
Okay. All right. All right. So you negotiate with these guys to keep it. They'll look through the cred sticks and split it with you if you want.
I'm not giving them the cred sticks. They attacked us. I took them fair and
No. The police.
Why would I give them the credits?
The police will split. You can keep their items, and the police will split with you the amount of money on their cred sticks as kind of a fine and a reward for taking thugs off the street. We can't have that happening in our city.
That's not a very good deal. Because if I didn't turn those over to them, we would have gotten all the credits. Now I have to give up half? That's penalizing us.
Well, now they know we have them.
Whatever.
Okay. All right. So you're going to argue with them?
Apparently not.
All right. So you guys get 5,000 credits. And the police are like, wow, nice. Thank you.
We should have had 10,000. That's bribery
5,000.
in my book. And of
course it's bribery.
And they kept the computers.
No. They didn't care about their stuff. They just wanted the money. You can keep the blades, the revolvers, and the computer. Their computers.
Is there anyone to talk to about how corrupt these police officers are? They attacked us, and we get penalized for turning stuff in. Typical, I guess.
It might be typical. All right.
Next time, we don't turn them in. That's what it boils down to. I'll just shoot and kill them. You can deal with it later.
And then the authorities will come down on you. guys?
Damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Not really.
Yeah. 5,000 credits for turning in 2 people that could probably give them information on something that has a bounty. Not worth it.
Well, I mean, I think you just learned that they're kind of like
Nope,
local thug.
I just learned that I don't deal with the police here.
Okay. So the map and the notebook, I guess, that
We also paid for.
right. It shows a route up the Nahir River that ends in a village called Ald Laria. It's very weather beaten and mostly unreadable, but near the end of the page contains a cryptic scrawl that state Trail of Stone Lake. The note, and then a note that says Prof says landing STR, and another village name San Alasia. I'll put that probably in it. It's better to put in a handout, probably, right? Yeah. That here in the handout. Today. Let's back the green, his map and notes. Nope. Sorry about that. I should have taken that down.
Taking one down.
There's extra information. The last sentence. So it shows a route. The map does. The map's in good shape. And that's what the clues say. Okay.
So who's over the police in this town?
Are you going to put in are you going to put in a complaint?
I think she would.
Okay. They're probably like military police. I think it's
I don't care.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's a government type here.
She was government.
The government type is a 3. Self-perpetuating oligarchy.
Well, that explains it.
Of course, they're corrupt. Yeah, I mean, you can report them to the militia or the military if you wanted to, but you could put in a complaint as well.
I want to speak to somebody. I don't want to put in a complaint. I want to speak to somebody.
Okay, you can do that.
Do I have to roll to do that too?
No? What do you want to tell them?
That I spent many, many years in the Imperial, and this is the worst I've been treated ever by your police officers and your thugs in this town. Those were 2 thugs that could have given you information on the disappearance of a liner, and instead of just letting us keep the things and you get the thugs, which I'm sure you can beat them up and get information about the liner, and then you intend on keeping the money for anything that would have been a reward, you take half of the credits that should have been ours and dismiss us, even though we are a sanctioned expedition here and we do have nobles in our group. This is very pathetic. And I will make sure everybody hears of this, and I will make sure that they know you're aware of it and are doing nothing to stop it. And as a matter of fact, I will also send a note to the people that are investigating the PDI liner disappearance and let them know that they are here and that you did not apprehend them. We did. And you can explain to them why you didn't give us more help.
Well, ma'am, I apologize. It seems like you helped yourself.
Helped ourselves to what?
Their equipment, their gear.
This is a lawless town. What did you do to protect us?
Oh no, there's.
This is a lawless town. What did you do to protect us? Who was there to protect us? Where are the police that should be on the street?
Now you're rolling assault rifle.
He's not.
1 star would not repeat. Oh. Your Yelp review. He's goes, well, we will definitely do an investigation. We don't know what you're talking about. This liner that's been missing.
You absolutely do know. I'm aware of it. There's resources all over town about it. Happened 6 years ago, and I am almost positive that your intention of your police officers was to keep what's not rightfully theirs and earned and turn those 2 in for the bounty that most likely they would get from the agencies that are still investigating it. So perhaps you should think about the fact they're also taking the money away from you.
Well, we did let you keep their equipment.
It was not a let or not let. I actually offered to let you have them. They said they had no interest in it, but they would split the credits with me. And I'm telling you this much, when somebody attacks me, they owe me.
Well, how about we buy, as an apology, we buy those blades from you, and the get those revolvers off the street. We'll give you 500 credits for all that.
No, I can sell them for more than that.
Probably
and
not.
You still owe me 5,000 more credits from half of those sticks. Whatever. I will make sure all know that this is not a safe place to be and that you don't care about when your residents are attacked. You just pillage them for extra money. You're not at all satisfied with anything but your own pockets being lined.
Well, ma'am, you're not in the Imperium anymore.
Perhaps that's for the best, and I will get out of here as soon as possible, and I will make sure that I spread the word about how lawless this town is and how lawless this place is, and these expeditions that are bringing thousands and thousands of credits to your town stop coming. And I will definitely let the nobles in our group know that they are not safe here, and maybe we need to cancel the expedition all along. Have a nice day.
Okay. You're not trying to get your money back or anything.
I'd like the money back, but it's obvious he's not going to do anything about it. 500 credits? That's ridiculous.
Well, that's how much. The cost of 2 revolvers is 300, and 2 blades is 200. That's 500 credits. That's a fair price.
What about the 5,000 credits that were on the stick that you already took?
It's going to go to the officers at that precinct's retirement fund.
I doubt it's going to the retirement fund. It's going to their pockets.
Well, that's exactly what's going to happen, I'm sure.
Don't worry.
They promise.
Don't
they promise
worry.
to look
I'll
into
let
it.
the militia know that you guys are also sending thugs out under other people's names to rough up people that are visiting this town, and I'll make sure that people know that you make laws to make yourselves seem as though you can be very accommodating and that we're safe, but we're not.
Okay.
And we're not leaving a very good Yelp review. As a matter of fact, I think Barrows has already made his Yelp review.
Task review.
We will not even give you 1 full star. We'll give you a quarter.
I apologize how you were treated in Valpressar. Perhaps you'll have more luck in the jungle, he says dismissively.
she will turn around and say, I hope you have more luck with the next group that you're trying to pillage when you come in. And she'll turn around and leave.
What's your expedition name again?
I'm not going to give it to him. I don't know that we named it, but I'm certainly not giving it to him.
Does anyone have any persuade at all?
Nobody has anything, Carl. I don't even think persuade is a skill.
Maybe we need to remake these characters, BJ, and like, 'cause that's definitely something. That's definitely something
Persuade.
that is different from classic to Mega Traveler. You definitely get more skills.
There's not even persuade on here.
Yeah, there's a persuade skill, but I don't think any of us have it.
I don't even see it.
Probably what I would do is just kind of look at how many skills most characters start out with in Traveler, and if we're real short, then just give everybody, say, pick 3 more skills or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, because like they have.
Or if you look at the Traveler Companion, where you just you don't go through the life path, you just pick a background and a career and
Well, they say like
them together.
So for example, Amy's character 7 terms, right?
And she has no skills. None. Not
Well, I
anything
mean,
useful. No, there's nothing useful. I have only one skill.
Well,
That
education has gone to A.
no
which is really good.
education. I only have 1 in. Dexterity, I only have 1. Strength, I have 1. I have no intellect. I have no endurance and no social.
That's not true.
No, that's it. That's exactly what it says. 0.
You're 9A 6A7. So that's a 9 is a
Where
plus
are
1
you
plus
getting
1.
that?
Isn't that your stats?
Katie, strength 9, temp 0, mod 1, intellect 6,
Yeah,
0, 0.
That's good. Yeah, you roll 3d6 down the line, so a 9 getting a modifier.
No,
is good.
I have a 9 in strength, not in intellect. Dexterity,
Yeah.
I have a 9, but I don't get anything, just 1.
Yep.
Education,
and
I have
you have
a
a 1.
10. Now I have a 10 and I only get a 1.
Yep.
She has endurance of 8 and gets nothing. Social of 7 and gets nothing.
Right.
This is...
Oh well.
Yeah, you don't need huge modifiers in a 2d6 system the way you do in a d20 one.
But if I'm supposed to be hitting an 8 to be successful, my chance...
That's like 50%.
The average roll on 2d6 is 7.
7, yeah. Yep.
I'm used to games that I have characters with skills.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the chances of success are just as good in this game as they are in Mouse Ritter.
Maybe we should pause.
Okay.
Paused.
All right. We retooled the characters to fit more with the aesthetic of Mongoose Traveller 2. And granted, we're playing this classic adventure, Legend of the Sky Raiders, for Classic Traveller. But we were just seeing that in my mindset, I mean, this is me, haven't played Classic Traveller since college, right? So, and I'm thinking, oh, I want to use a skill that I usually use for Mongoose Traveller for this. And all these characters, I use pre-gens from the Legends of the Sky Raider book, only have 5 skills. And as you could see, people were generally rolling and didn't have skills in anything, right? I go roll a carouse, no one has carouse. Roll recon, no one has recon. You know what I mean? It is so a lot of failures, and that's general. And yes, we have meta currency, but generally speaking, you want to be a bit more competent. So we retooled the characters, and I think BJ is going to be able to explain how we did it a little better since it was his suggestion.
Yep. So, you have a whole life path system in the core version of Mongoose Traveller, and that would take that's like an entire 2-3 hour process when you get a group together, because you roll all these random things and it creates the whole life path and the stories and stuff like that. But they have an option in the Traveller Companion where you simply take a background and it has a set of background skills, and then you pick a career and it has a set of career skills, and each of them can pay either a couple benefits or equipment. It's much more like you would find, say, in Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, where you pick your species and your class and just put them together, and there's your starting character. But when you do that, even though you don't have the full life path, it gives you about the same level of diversity of skills and starting resources that you would get going through the life path. It's just there's not as much variation, so it's a lot quicker way to do it. And since we already sort of established who these characters were, it was really easy for us to kind of go through and spend about 45 minutes to an hour just both of us remaking 2 characters apiece. And now they've got a broader, more well-rounded. I mean, there are things they're not good at. They're not good at everything. They still have their specialties, but they have more of the skills you would expect based on the types of characters they are. And, I think, out of 4 characters, you might find that a situation will run up where maybe one doesn't have much to contribute, but the other 3 are pretty competent, or at least capable of kind of doing stuff, which is kind of what I think we've typically found in playing Mongoose Traveller and in the other games Carl and I have played in. Is most of the times everybody can contribute, and we get into some corner cases where maybe one person is just kind of here. I'll keep a lookout while you guys do that. So I think that'll work better for this, and it'll still fit the characters as they were meant to play in this adventure. We've just sort of modified them to kind of fit the game system we're using.
Yeah. So Amy, how do you feel about it?
Better, because I don't have negatives on everything. It just the background wasn't matching the character, and the pre-gen. The pre-gen says I've served 7 terms, but yet in 7 terms I've not gotten anything.
Yeah, 7 terms is like nearly 30 years in the military. You don't make it 30 years in the military and not be able to handle your stuff, handle yourself, right?
And I did use the pre-gens. Yeah, I used the pre-gens, but they only had 5 skills each. Like no matter how many terms you had, they had 5 skills each at various levels.
Because in Classic Traveller, you only have a small handful of skills.
Yeah, 16 skills, right? So,
versus like 40 or so skills in
Mongoose.
in Mongoose.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope, I don't know. What do you think we're going to close here then? Is that what we need to do? Or at least we can show.
I mean, we're definitely not changing the Yelp review. He's still getting a 1, and he didn't give BJ's characters pickles.
Yeah, I guess that's also right. Jump. Right. So it's a relatively high law world that's definitely corrupt, self-perpetuating oligarchy. Clearly, the police are, it seems that they might have looked the other way to have these thugs walking around the docks and harassing travelers, although there was a specific reason that the characters, once they crack those
you have to rename
computers.
You have to rename Katie Karen. She wanted to talk to the manager.
I know. Maybe call it Caden.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, after 7 terms in an Imperial starship, I would not be expected to be treated that way.
Yeah, especially like as a chief petty officer, right?
Do you think, given the way the Imperium's military works, that like she's a naval officer and Barrows is a Marine officer, you think they would have served them to been like shipmates?
They might. That's why they might be out here.
Maybe they were out here together.
Yeah, or maybe there's. I would say, especially based on because the other cool thing.
I also think after 7 years, she still wouldn't be a chief petty officer. Whatever.
Yeah, that's like 28 years. No, that's chief petty. That's like a lifer. That's an E7. Yeah, that's a long time. That's like a gunnery sergeant, chief petty officer. So that's a long time. Very well respected position.
Yeah, those are. But you get to that point, and even the officers are like, I don't know. Ask.
They have tattoos.
Ask them. They've been here. They know everything.
Yeah, they have tattoos on their tattoos. Right. So maybe like an expedition went out here, or I would say more like a bunch of ratings and some junior officers said, you know what, we're tired of what happened in the last the Fourth Frontier War or whatever, and let's try to go beyond the Imperium. They wanted to be expats, right? And a group of so that's probably why like when we kind of and the scouts will go everywhere anyway, right? So there's probably some scout missions out here on the fringe and the deep fringe, but like when we went through this modification of the characters, also there's like contacts were developed, etc. So there's people that you probably know that were with you or did the same thing. And I think interestingly, because I brought up the Fifth Frontier War, that's in the background, right? I'd like to probably incorporate that a little bit as we go through these adventures. But so I think, well, we didn't get out to the sticks. I guess I can leave you.
You think Triana's contact is Roddy McGinnis?
I don't know. Does Roddy know anyone way out?
I don't know.
That's my scout from the other game.
Could be a
So I'll leave
contact.
everyone.
We'll see.
So this is Valpressar here, and I will put. We'll use a little.
I said Nito.
Yeah, hex crawl. It's gonna be a hex crawl, but you guys have a map. Right. So here I'll have your little token here, and I'll flip it. Let me flip it. Flip horizontal. So I'll flip it like your little scout. This is a scout token. So then I'll probably adjust it to you. We'll zoom in, but then we're gonna move.
Okay, I just have to say it because I'm sure that the people watching at home are seeing the same thing. It looks like those little floating spaceships from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, they do. It's like the little scout craft.
Leader, or you mean the like Jabba's?
Yeah, like the little hopper.
Air bar. Yeah, his barge.
Yeah, I had to say it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
from the 70s, so maybe that was the inspiration. You never know.
Yeah, so kind of like the map that you have. It probably so here's like the river that the guy was talking about, and it kind of winds its way through here, right? So into this space there. So you're probably going to travel, whether you travel as much open water as possible or through open territory to the river and then on down. But the kilometers are accurate. Yes, it's going to be a while.
And we're getting over here.
Yeah, you're trying to get over there. So just to give you an idea.
Why wouldn't we go straight across?
You could go straight across. Yes, you could. You could go straight across. I mean, you have to avoid the mountainous areas, but yeah, you could go straight across.
It just seems like that's more logical, or going from the top and coming down.
Well, it's a hovercraft, so it's not like an air.
Well, I know, but
you mean going up top? Yeah, because these are like mountains, so you have to go through this mountain pass or something, and then make your way. That's a possibility too, right?
I mean, you go down. I don't know how to draw with this. See if I can figure it out. Like this type of an idea here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Why go all the way down and waste all those resources and time?
Well, through the jungle, you're going to be going at 6 kilometers per hour on the hovercraft. So it's going to be some time.
But less time than if we were down there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So over open terrain, which is open water, because the hovercraft can go over open water, you get 12 miles per hour or 12 kilometers per hour.
But there's
and
water.
Through swamp.
There's water over here.
Yeah. So but this is like if you look at the key down here, there's a key down at the bottom. The beige is jungle, right? So it's all jungle. So if you hit water, it's going to be 12. If you go upriver, it's 12. Yeah, it's about 12 kilometers per hour is the fastest you'll be traveling. Or through the swamp is 10 kilometers per hour. You go through swamp here, but so there might be a way we can examine it next time. Something like this. You want to kind of use waterways as much as possible, right? This is going to double your travel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's nice. That's what it definitely. Okay. Well, it says each. I wonder if I did this wrong. Then it says each hex. It says each hex is 70 kilometers. Okay, in this one, each hex is 70 kilometers here, but this one is tighter terrain. Or or I wonder if it says. I have to look.
I see the river. Okay.
Huh?
I see. Okay, I see how the river and those lakes. Yeah, we could. If we kind of got right here, we could kind of go north, stay on the lakes,
and then down the river there,
and then just have one little patch of jungle that we had to worry about.
Yeah.
Or we could go kind of up here and avoid the jungle altogether, but we still will have to go overland on that mountain. We'd have a mountain pass and dry pass there. So
Yeah, so like you estimate, I mean, if we montage it, you can estimate that the travel from Valprasar to like the native village that he mentions, I'll jar in here, and it's in the Lyndon Green's notes. I'll add La Yara, the native village, where the Gogs live. It's probably about 45 hours of continuous travel. So
And is that going that convoluted way down?
maybe.
Because it seems as though we can find a better way there.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we have the militia; they should be able to help us
Yeah.
too. And we have a drone. Can't we use our drone to go up and spot for water too?
Yeah. So you can only you could probably bet on about 6 hours of travel per day, since Mirayn's long nights are too dark for safe navigation, really, and there's creatures out there. So that's about what 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 days to get there. So that should be fun. That should be fun.
Okay.
But we'll pick that up next time.
And I did buy enough food and water for 5 weeks.
Oh, nice. Cool.
All right.
See if I can put that into 1 hex or so.
I don't know how to delete my little drawing thing.
That's actually pretty good. We can keep that there.
Yeah, but we looked at it. Well, BJ had a suggestion for going up and coming down too. Which
What was that suggestion, BJ?
so,
it looks like we've got to hit dry land to start. But if we let's see if I can do this. If we were
like go through the pass.
yeah,
Yeah, and then
and hit the river
hit
like
here,
right here, and then we could
either there or even like earlier. But it's probably better here. This is like continuous water.
like something like the green one. Would that work?
Or well, yeah, the green, and then or go down like this, right from here. Yeah, like that. Well, cool. Well, we should leave those there, and we can examine that next time. But we should probably close it here
okay.
as we embark on our expedition next time. So thank you all for playing. Thank you for being patient. I really do like Traveller, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. And I want to get, this is kind of on my bucket list to play at least Legend of the Sky Raiders. I think this is a really fun adventure, and the other ones are good. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how we do.
Do it better now that we're more competent.
Yeah, it should be good. So you do have some mysteries or some hooks also. There's this enterprise that are kind of smugglers or pirates in the area, but apparently, I don't know, maybe they have enough influence that they gave the party a little bit of a hard time, or looked the other way, but kinda. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. They're not getting their Yelp review changed.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you guys for playing, and thank you everyone for listening and putting up with our flaws and foibles, because that's why like people have said who kind of help us and promote our channel. You're gonna get like different. You're gonna get mechanics. You're gonna get raw play, and you're gonna get real play. That's what I would say, and it all rhymes, which is weird. Okay.
Play.
Yep.
Play, play, play.
All right. Thanks, BJ. Thanks, Amy, and everyone else. Good night. Good rolling.